Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, onto the cast this evening, and on behalf of Team Fortress TV, I'm your host, Gex, and alongside me casting, I have the man, the myth, the legend, the fragile, and Truck manning the camera to bring you guys coverage of this awesome ESEA invite matchup between Froyotech and Classic Mix-Up, which will be taking place on CP Sunshine this evening. So, Fragile, what's up, man? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Getting really excited to cast this match.
Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully we can get a good match in here tonight. Of course, 4G Froyotech just coming off of that big win over at I-52 and things like that. And of course, we all know about Mix-Up kind of having a bit of a rough season here. You know, this whole season kind of been a little bit rough for them, so they're going to try to come out and you know, prove everybody wrong and take it to Froyo tonight. But you know, we're gonna have to see what happens. What do you have to say about this match? You know, predictions, anything of that sort?
I mean, the only kind of like, I don't know. This is kind of weird because for those that may or may not know, Seagull is not playing in this match, and he is probably not playing for the rest of the season. I believe Seagull is sitting out by choice because it was mostly just a thing that he just really wanted to do well at I-52, and that's really it. So there's just a big lack of motivation ever since. And I guess it's just a mixture of him just not having fun and just not being too motivated. So I believe they're getting Zalox on the roster, and they just did a scrim against Madmen, which went fairly even, I believe. And I think looking at the scoreboard, Zalox is actually doing really well. But even with that in mind, I still think Froyo is going to take this kind of free, like maybe 5-1. And it doesn't have so much to do with Mix-Up. I think it has a lot to do with just Mix-Up having to adjust in like less than a night with a new roster.
Yeah, and you know, not having Seagull's a pretty big hurt to their team. I mean, being one of their best players, you know, making big plays and things like that. Not having him is really going to hurt them in a sense. So, you know, like you said, having to adjust like that is it's going to be pretty tough for them. And also, speaking of which, you said something you thought they were going to take it pretty handily, and the rest of the community, I think, agrees with that. Last time I checked the straw poll, it was somewhere at 8 to 20%. Everybody thought Froyo was going to take this one, so the community's in favor of Froyo tonight. And you know, of course, they have that dynamite squad. You know, especially Clockwork and Banny, and just overall having a really solid team. So it's going to be pretty tough for Mix-Up to take this one, I think. You know, and they just came off a pretty hard loss to Elevate last night as well. So, you know, I think they do have their hands full tonight. Not saying they can't do it by any means, but it's going to be pretty tough for them to do this one. Yeah,
I mean, maybe a tiny bit of a saving grace is that I don't think Mix-Up Froyo has really scrimmed tonight, because Clockwork had a CS match, which he just came off of a very solid victory. Congrats to Clockwork. But yeah, Froyo has typically plays a very solid Sunshine game. So again, I don't think this will necessarily be a roll in terms of like this match being done in like 10 or 15 minutes. I think this match might go like 40-45 minutes, but I still think the score is probably going to be in the range of 5-1, maybe 5-2. But everyone knows of this rivalry, and everyone is hoping for a good game, no matter who wins or loses.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this being probably one of the biggest rivalries in TF2 history, you know, dating back for however long it's been going on. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So, you know, regardless, it's just going to add more to that, and it's going to be a good game to watch just for the sake of the rivalry. So, hopefully you guys are all ready to go with us, and I think we're just waiting on I think one more player here from one of these teams, and we should hopefully be able to get things started here in just a minute. But now, as far as Sunshine goes, Fragile, what's kind of the general strategy, and kind of how do you want to handle these mids? What's a good plan of attack for this kind of map? 'Cause since it is one of the newer maps in the rotation, there's obviously probably a little, I guess maybe discrepancy on how to play it, or just kind of general strategy type things like that.
The mids on this map are a little weird because it's an extremely, extremely open mid, and there's a bunch of different ways you can play it. And like there's 3 different ways you can come into the mid, so like that also mixes up a lot of the strategy in terms of what you want to do. So it's a very it's just an extremely variable mid, and it's kind of like Granary in the sense that you don't want to get stuck in your corner. If the other team out-aggresses you and doesn't lose a lot of players in the process, then you're probably going to lose the mid. So you can't let the other team just do what they want. You have to push out a little bit and at least gain some ground. You don't have to be as crazy aggressive as them, but you need to not let them just push you out and just do whatever they want. So, I mean, both teams have great aggression, so I mean, that's the thing, is that I do expect Froyo to out-aggress them on mids, and especially for the fact that you have to learn how to play mid on a slightly different roster in less than a day. It's definitely going to be a weird change for mix-up, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. And if you had to say one thing, something that mix-up really's got to do tonight to possibly get that win, and as we said, it's going to be pretty tough, but if there was something, a piece of advice you could give them right now or something like that, what would you say?
I
kind of put you on the spot, but
no. Whenever last season with Exertus, and even this season for the few matches I played with Elevate, and even the Elevate guys know now, how you beat Froyo is that you put a very good watch on Clockwork. You can't let him just march in and get a 3K and just do whatever he wants. You have to make sure that he doesn't walk in for free. You always have to make sure that you have like an open eye on him and punish him whenever he tries to do something like that. If you can kill Clockwork, a lot of Froyo's potential goes down. You have to put like a big watch on him.
Yeah, of course, as we all know here, Clockwork, one of the best scouts in the world, if not the best. So definitely one of the guys to watch out for here on Froyo. Of course, as I said before, just all of Froyo has a solid team all around on every class, every position, every player is very solid. So mix-up is really going to have to show up tonight, and hopefully we can get this one started here in just a minute. I think we have everybody in here just kind of waiting for the ready ups and whatnot. But I guess while we're sitting here waiting, even though you guys probably already know both of these guys, both the teams and stuff, but we'll do a quick roster rundown anyway. Over here on 4G, we have Lansky, Blaze, Shade, Clockwork, and Duatna, and I miss somebody? Maybe I think we are missing Banny in here as well, but over on Mix-Up, of course, we have Enigma, Zalox, the newest added member here, as well as Squid, Hard Blue, and Platinum. So those are your rosters for tonight, and speaking of Banny, he just got back in here, so hopefully we can get things squared away here and get going in just a minute. But regardless, I mean, I just excited to get this match underway. I'm starting to run out of things to say here. These guys are taking their sweet old time in good fashion, but
okay. Well, I will take this lull to say for the 100th time that I'm sitting out this season because I had to move and deal with GXL stuff. That is it.
There you have it. The words out there.
I'll have to say it again shortly, so...
Oh, yeah. Do you get a lot of questions about that, I'm sure? Or?
Pretty much any single time I ever look at a stream chat, it's like, oh, did Prouder get cut? Why is he sitting out? I'm still in that team speak like almost every single night. I talk to them so much, so I'm like the team manager pretty much at this point.
Who's this for?
Elevate.
Oh yeah, duh. That was a dumb question there, but looks like we're still waiting on a couple more ready-ups here, and I think we'll be able to get things going on this beautiful map, as we stated last night. Me and Flame were talking about the beautiful cafe area here, a great place to sit down and have a nice cup of coffee on a Sunday afternoon or something like that. It is a good-looking map. Now, what's the general consensus of the players kind of from around the league, since you're kind of more in communication with them more? Do people generally like this map, or is it kind of something people are still getting used to, or?
We, as like, I can really only speak for like I guess the invite portion of the opinion, I guess, but I don't know, last season, most of the teams were like pretty okay with it, or maybe a little bit indifferent about it. I think the only team that was like super hype about it was my team, because we were good at it. But I don't know. I don't think teams mind this map too much. It's solid. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, it's been a map that I've been enjoying here over my time at playing, but it looks like we finally got everybody readied up here, and we're just about to get things started. The match is live, so here we go. Some ESEA invite action here. Froyotech versus Classic mix-up. The rivalry continues here as we follow in the demos. 2 mid. Duatna getting in there very early, as he's already in. Zaylox sitting there over by Cafe, and he's getting the spam out as well. Mix-up still all the way kind of back in their side here, and Zaylox is going to start it off by actually taking down Duatna, and Clockwork is going to take out Zaylox, so both of the demos down for both squads here, and Platinum's going to finish off Blaze, and TLR actually getting Clockwork, Squid getting one as well. That's 4 down now for Froyo. Make that 5 down. It's going to be just Shade left all by himself, and here comes Platinum chasing after him as Shade's just running for his life here back to spawn, and I think he's going to be able to get out, but that is the win on mid there for Mix-Up, and it looks like they're already in on this second point, just going to be able to cap it right away.
Yeah, I mean, the guy I watched was Zaylox, and he got taken out almost instantly after he took out Clockwork. But, I mean, that was a very, very convincing mid for Mix-Up. And good thing about that is Shade got out, so this isn't going to be a free roll to last. So we'll have to see what Mix-Up does here.
Yeah, as you said, really good on him to get out of there, get back, realized they were in a sticky situation, was able to get out and save that Uber, so that leaves us with both teams sitting here at 100%, and no, looks like no off-classing here from 4G or anything, just all kind of sitting. It looks like Enigma's already made his way in. He's standing on top of the pipes, but Clockwork takes him down, who's actually on Sniper. And Lansky's going to pick up 1 as well onto Platinum, so that's 2 down now for Mix-Up as they were trying to get in to do something, but now they've kind of been forced all the way back to Cafe, and Blaze is going to come blazing in here into Cafe, not getting the force on the Hard-Blue. He's not popping. Actually, Shade, actually, I believe, was forced there. I somehow missed that one, so that's going to be a full advantage here for Mix-Up. If they can get in and force them off the point without having to use, that would be ideal. Lansky taking a lot of damage, sitting underneath the point, and he's just going to equalize back into spawn, and Banny is going to take down Zaylox, so that's demo down for Mix-Up here, and the Uber has been popped by Hardblue into lobby here as they were trying to get in. They still have that Uber as it just ran out. Still a battle going down in lower. Squid taking out Blaze, Duatna, and Lansky. Duatna getting 2 there, actually, onto Hardblue and Platinum, so that's going to be 3 down for Mix-Up, and I think they're going to have to just kind of back off here a little bit, though Squid's still battling down in the lower part of lobby there, but it looks like most of Mix-Up has made their way out, and Squid's getting chased all the way back, but that's going to be the second point cap there for Froyo pretty easily.
Yeah, Shade got randomly forced, like Enigma and another soldier went in, and that's how Shade got forced, so that was kind of surprising, because that's not something you really see, but it looks like Froyo is back at mid now, so I don't know, we'll see.
They already have this pressure on the mid here. Mix-Up still backing up, and Froyo actually has a full Uber right now, about a 50% advantage, so Mix-Up, they know they can't really do anything. They know they're at the disadvantage right now, just as that mid cap is coming in, and they can't even really do much to defend second here. It looks like they're all the way backed up in the lobby here, and I think they're just going to go ahead and try to get this Uber and hold last for their dear lives here as that second point gets capped.
Yeah, this is quite the turnaround because Mix-Up had pretty much everything going for them except for the fact that they did not kill Shade on the mid, and now they're with their backs against the wall at their own last. So let's see if they don't mess this up.
As you said, the tides were turned there very quickly. Clockwork did get in, and Lansky tried, but got denied by Platinum, and Squid's going to take down Clockwork, excuse me, and that means now that 4G is going to be down 2 players there. Blaze is kind of sitting underneath, getting a couple rockets out, not much happening though, and 4G's still going to hold here. Froyo kind of holding on this second here. Squid's made his way in, as well as a couple players from Mix-Up coming through underneath. Actually, Hardblue's coming down under with TLR there. Shade got his Uber forced, and Mix-Up's going to pop theirs as well, and forcing Froyo all the way back into Cafe, and Platinum gets Lansky, but the back cap is happening here. Banny's all the way on last. Can he get it? But gets taken down last second by Squid, and just stops it in the nick of time, and Clockwork finishing off Hardblue, and Shade still staying alive here, so they're going to have a pretty good Uber advantage. Actually, 3 players down from Mix-Up, but they're just starting to get their spawns here. But as I said, they're going to have a pretty good Uber advantage here to push last with. They're still actually continuing the fight in here. Kind of bleeding off players. Zalox actually was able to pick up a couple, but Duatna's going to take down 2, Squid and Enigma, and the battle is still going on here. Zalox fighting for his life. Lansky bombing in, getting on the point, and Banny coming in to help as well from upper right, and wow, they get it. Froyotech taking the round, keeping the pressure up on that last point, and that's going to be 1-0 here for Froyotech.
I'm already really hyped about how good and how intense this match already is, so this is a lot better than I was expecting it already, so I really hope this keeps up here.
Froyotech just keeping up that pressure, just keep pounding and pounding on them, and it worked out, but getting back into this mid here, we have TLR and Blaze as well as Platinum going to have some action here over on the right side. Nobody going down yet. Duatna's going to land a pipe right in a Hardblue, and Lansky taking down Platinum as well. Zalox is going to finish off Clockwork with a sticky here, and it looks like Shade is still alive, but Enigma's actually going to take care of him, so that's 5. Wow, the wipe there from Mix-Up, just getting completely demolished on that mid, and 4G is going to be able to pick up that mid point and work their way into second.
So as you asked earlier, like what should teams do on this mid, and I replied, you can't let the other team out aggress you, and that's exactly what happened here. Froyo just pushed up on the left side really hard, and Mix-Up were pretty much just like cornered on their side, and Froyo just out-aggressed them, just overwhelmed them. I mean, granted that was a close mid, but still, like Froyo had everything going for them on that mid with their aggression, and it worked. They won the mid, and I mean, it shows.
Yeah, and not all hope was lost there, as luckily they were able to take down Shade in the process, so they weren't at a complete loss, so the Ubers are going to be just about even here. Pretty negligible advantage for Mix-Up here, and both teams are going to get this Uber. Mix-Up still kind of sitting back, though, over on their second, just kind of waiting around. And they're going to wait. It looks like, yes, now Shade does have his Uber, so they're going to try to work in here. Banny just kind of working his way in through Choke Clockwork, checking some things out. But Blaze is actually going to go in for the bomb, seeing what he can get, but getting completely denied by Squid there. So it's going to be 1 down for Froyotech, as it looks like now Platinum and Hardblue as well as the rest of the team coming through, but Hardblue drops the Uber. And that's going to be a pretty hefty advantage here for 4G, even though they are down a few players. Now Lansky keeping the pressure up over there, but the drop from Hardblue, and that's gonna hurt here as they try to defend the second point.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure if the drop was due to Hardblue not really seeing it coming, or him just thinking that he could outlast the damage, but that is obviously really bad. That's gonna put what was supposed to be a lot of good forward momentum for Mix-Up now to the point where they are going to be pushed back to their last, unfortunately. So both medics are still up, so Mix-Up will be able to defend this, but I mean that really sucks.
Lucky for Mix-Up, they did get the force onto Shade, though, so not all hope completely lost here, and Mix-Up's actually going to have a slight advantage here, about 20% or so, but I think they're just going to have to use that to defend last, so right now we do have Froyo just kind of sitting here on the second. They have gotten the cap, so they're just going to wait back here, try to build up this Uber a little bit, and see how they can work into this last. And I think Clockwork tried working his way in, but TLR just completely demolishing him, seeing what he could get. So his spawn's going to be up here in about 10 seconds, and I think Mix-Up now does have their Uber, and Froyo's is shortly behind here as they're sitting at 85, but they're just about to have here. So we're going to have even Ubers. And we'll see what Froyo can do to get in here and try to work something in to get this last cap again.
I don't know if this is... I mean, I guess this is real, but Platinum is on Sniper. And this is actually something I've never seen before. Okay, now he's back on Soldier. So well, the thing is that Clockwork's on Sniper now. So Mix-Up would want a counter Sniper, because you can't just sit against a team in this situation and hope that the sniper will never snipe you unless you have to like somehow kill him. So a counter sniper or good spam will work, but once they realize Clockwork is sniper, which isn't hard to guess here, then I wonder if Plat's really going to go to sniper. That was really interesting for me, to see there.
Clockwork actually getting the body shot there into Enigma, so now the word's out definitely that that Clockwork's on Sniper, and it looks like they're working their way, and the Uber is going to get popped in from Shade here onto Lansky, flashing over to Banny, and the counter pop has come in from Mix-Up as well. A battle going on here in lobby as Banny was able to get one, Squid getting one, Squid getting two, actually. Lansky on the point though, getting a lot of cap time. He's still there and he gets the cap, and that's going to be another one for Froyo there. Good job from Lansky just getting on the cap as the whole fight was going, getting that cap time, and that's going to be 2-0 now for Froyo in this first half.
Yeah, what happened there was when both Ubers were popped, Mix-Up tried to chase Froyo back into the lobby area, but then they just, Lansky and the rest of the team just went behind them and capped, so that was smart.
Yeah, heads up play there from Lansky and company, and it looks like Mix-Up here still trying to work their way into mid. A lot of aggression here from Lansky and Blaze, though. Blaze getting taken down by Platinum. Clockwork working in. Clockwork and Banny both getting frags there, and Squid and Platinum are going to pick up some as well. So that's 4 down now for 4 down, actually 5 down for Froyo. It's going to be all left up to Banny. He's still kind of fighting around here at the bottom of the point, just seeing what he can get out. But I think this is a 1 mid here for Mix-Up, and Banny's just going to go ahead and run away with the 4 health that he has.
Yeah, so when I say you want to out-aggress your opponents, that doesn't mean you want to go like ultra ham, and especially by yourself, because Blaze went really ham and he got picked off very early, like by himself, and that let Mix-Up push up with some pressure, and then it was a pretty even mid at that point, and Mix-Up just ended up winning the 1v1s thereafter. So this is looking very, very, very good with Harb having 100% Uber and Shade at 50 right now.
Yeah, as you said, very good advantage, and Banny is actually still behind Mix-Up. They know he's back there, they're aware of it. He's actually over there, over in that valley flank area, but he got back to help his team out here. The Uber is actually popped on last, though. Hardblue's on the point as the fight goes in here. 3 down, 4 down for Froyotech right here, and Mix-Up is able to get the cap, so responding quickly with a round here. It's going to be 2-1. Good on Mix-Up there to get in. They did a good job on that mid there, get the cap, and it's going to be 2-1.
Yeah, hopefully this gives Mix-Up some life in the team to really make this a good match, because I was starting to kind of doubt them there, but I don't know. We'll see. This is looking up to be a really good match right now.
Yeah, responding quickly, so that should give them some momentum here. Platinum's taking some control of the high ground, as well as TLR. Soldiers battling on top of the point. Still getting some rockets out here. Nobody dead yet. Blaze going in for a huge bomb, and Enigma's going to take out Clockwork. Lansky getting one in TLR as well. 2 down for Froyo right now. And wow, they're going to get demolished. There is a couple more players from Froyo, and it's going to be all on Duat. Enigma getting him and finishing him off, and that's going to be another wipe here for Froyotech on this mid, and Mix-Up's going to be looking good here, and Hardblue was able to stay alive, so he's going to have that full Uber advantage, and might be a roll straight through into last.
It might be. Mix-Up did lose a lot of people on that mid.
Yeah.
Harb did live, did live. But I don't know. They are stopping.
Oh wow. Yeah, nobody was in there to help out the scouts. They kind of went back for the people that were getting spawns, and so actually Froyo was able to contest his second point here. Have not been able to cap it back yet, and the Uber was actually popped. I heard from. Yeah, Mix-Up did pop their Uber there, so still fighting this one out. A few players down now. Actually, Lansky, Clockwork, and Duatna all down. Make that 4 down now for Froyo. Not looking too good here. Mix-Up still looking strong as they only lost Platinum in that fight. It's just going to be Shade and Banny going down, and that's all hope lost for them there. And Mix-Up coming back, tying it up at 2-2 here. 2 straight rounds for them, looking good.
Yeah, wow, that was a very, very aggressive play by Froyo there. I mean, they did need to make some kind of play there, and that's something that I didn't really expect. So it did catch Mix-Up off guard, certainly. But I don't know. This is a very, very crucial mid right here.
As you said, as you just stated, it's gonna be big here. We'll see if the soldiers from Froyo get just as aggressive as they have the last time. And we do have that double soldier aggression here over on the left side of the mid. Lansky going down early, though. And Banny's going to pick up one as well as Blaze. 2 down from each squad here as this fight keeps going. Harblue's kind of standing back on the house as well as Shade. Both of them just kind of sitting in their respective sides of mid. But the pressure's going to be kept up here from Froyo as they're pushing them all the way back now. It looks like there's only 3 left up for Mix-Up. Still keeping that pressure going. Squid going down to Duatna as well as Enigma. And it's just going to be Hardblue left, and he is going to get chased the crap out of here. He did pick up the health pack, though. He might be able to survive very low health, and somehow he made it out, which is very, very good there for Mix-Up, for Shade to be able to stay alive, though. They did get that mid, Froyotech did. They're going to be able to get the second too, but at least Mix-Up was able to keep that Uber, and we're going to have full Ubered last year for both teams.
Yeah, right after losing that mid and Mix-Up giving it up, they kind of, Harb and the 2 scouts kind of stood towards their choke, and Froyo just pushed out just unexpectedly, and that almost cost Harb's life. But now this is just going to be like a little still. Oh no, Froyo's committing here. Froyo's definitely committing here.
And the Uber's actually been forced here out of Mix-Up, and Froyo's gonna have a slightly better Uber here. They did have a heavy up, but I don't think he's there anymore. A little bit of cap time coming down for Froyo here. Blaze bombing in as well, but Tyler there actually finishing him off. Wow, and that's gonna be 3 down now for Mix-Up. Froyo still looking pretty good here coming in last. Actually a 3-on-3, both medics still up, and Clockwork's gonna finish off Zalox there. It's only 2 left up here for Mix-Up. Clockwork battling it out with Enigma, trying to keep the heals on Clockwork. Clockwork actually being able to take Enigma down. It's all on Hardblue. Wow, there's so much cap time on it. All they do is have to touch it. But somehow Mix-Up was able to defend it. But Blaze bombing in, and he gets the cap coming out of lower. Blaze, what a cap there from him, and that is going to be 3-2 there for Froyo. What a play from Blaze to just finish off that cap. An excellent fight there on last. Wow.
Yeah, that was an incredible fight right there, and I was just, I mean, even though Mix-Up lost the round, that was a very incredible hold by Mix-Up there. I thought for sure it was looking really good for Mix-Up at first, because Shade dropped Lansky, I believe, before the Uber happens, and then Mix-Up still lost most of the guys on their team, and then they barely managed to hold it, and then it didn't matter because Blaze just jumped in and ninja'd the point, I guess. But I don't know. This is a great, because that mid is pretty much what I wanted to see. It was anyone who jumped instantly got punished for it, because again, both teams want to gain ground, and any time that there's any kind of aggression, now both teams are playing it, so anyone who tries to be aggressive is going to get punished for it. They're going to get anti-aired if they're jumping, they're going to get just destroyed if they plus forward too hard. That mid was barely won by Froyo, so I don't know, this is turning out to be extremely, extremely good. Way better than or probably a lot of people thought it was going to turn out to be.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's turning out a lot better than anybody expected. Mix-Up's really hanging in right now. And Zalox, I'm not sure exactly how he did there on that half, but he seemed to, I mean, it seems like the adjustment hasn't been too hard for them here, as they're hanging in tight. It's 3-2 right now. Froyo does have the lead, but definitely not out of it yet as Mix-Up. We still got the second half here to continue on with, so we'll see how this mid goes here. Froyo getting in working that right side right now. Double soldier aggression here from these guys. Tyler up on the roof. Blaze getting taken down by Tyler with the air shot, getting demolished. And Platinum's going to finish off Banny as well. That's 2 down. Clockwork's going to get one as well as Lansky. Trying to follow this action here as we still have Froyo kind of working in on this right side. It's 3-on-3 still in this mid. Froyo kind of working their way back, but Squid's actually worked away into Cafe, though. He's coming back out, and Clockwork's going to go down as he's extended back into mid, and he gets taken out. But Shade and Duatna were both able to live there, so both teams are going to have that 100% Uber, but Mix Up still getting that mid.
Yeah, Blaze has been being extremely aggressive on these mids to the point where he's committing to a fight, which I think he's typically dying or at least trading, but I think usually dying very, very early in the mid. So I don't know if the team, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing because Froyo could be using that just to push really hard off of it because it gives them ground, but still, I mean, going down, if Blaze doesn't trade, then that's not good.
Yeah, I think I've seen him die on pretty much the last 3 mids really early, so we'll see. He's trying to work into Cafe right now. He was starting to get behind him. Nobody was watching it from Mix-Up, but finally somebody came around to check it out, and it looks like Mix-Up's actually trying to work their way into Cafe. Hard Blue's actually has taken a lot of damage. He is going to pop that Uber, and the counter pop coming in from Shade as well, so they're just going to smash faces into each other here for a minute and see what happens. And I believe one of them, Demo, was actually able to pick up a frag there. Clockwork and Lansky getting some, as well as Enigma. 2 down for Mix-Up, and 4G actually has 3 down now, and they're going to start to work their way back into lobby as they're down a few players here. But looks like the Ubers are going to reset. Actually, Hardblue ended up dying, so the cap is going to come in for Mix-Up here, but Shade is going to have that advantage, and Blaze was still in there on that second point, but Zaylock's able to finish him off, so, you know, Hardblue going down there, and luckily for Shade, he was able to stay alive. They're going to have a pretty hefty Uber advantage here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little hard to push out here, but yeah, that's a very nice Uber advantage, which they're starting to push up now. So granted, there's not some big like debt or something like that. Froyo should be able to muscle them out here. Yep, here they go.
Yep, Froyo actually come in. They're going to pop that Uber, as you said, just forcing them straight out. They're going to have to get themselves out of Cafe here, so they're going to be able to pick up this second. But Hardblue's going to be able. They didn't really lose too many. They lost 2 during that exchange, but you know, they might be able to. They're going to have a pretty good advantage here, about 70% or so. But Froyo's going to continue to push in here. They're coming in through mid, and Hardblue is going to pop that Uber to force them back out. Duatna going down there. Tyler was actually able to pick up 2 there. TLR. As that's going to be 3 down for Froyo right now. Still keeping the pressure up as Mix-Up in their. Clockwork is going to finish off Hardblue, though. And Shade's going to stay alive here. Squid taking down Clockwork, so that's going to be 4 up for Mix-Up, and they're going to continue. I thought they were going to continue that pressure in there. Platinum's still over in the lobby, but I think he realizes that he can't really do much, though. TLR bombing into the point. Blaze going to be able to easily take care of him, and now Mix-Up is actually only has 3 players up now as the spawns just come in, but they know that they're not going to have enough to defend here, and kind of working their way back into choke.
Yeah, that had to have been a miscommunication on Froyo's part, because they clearly did not know that Harb had Uber just waiting at choke, and that almost cost them the round. But I don't know, looks like Froyo's pushing back into mid here with Uber advantage. They have it, so let's see what happens there. And
it looks like that Uber has actually been popped here. Lansky trying to get ahead to get something here. Squid and Harblu have actually both gone down for Mix-Up, and they've only lost Clockwork in the process, so trying to bomb back in onto Shade there, but got completely denied, and TLR is actually going to go down, and Shade getting the arrow into Enigma to finish him off as well, and that's going to be 4 down for Mix-Up. And Froyo's going to get back into this mid here, get the point, and I think they're going to be able to continue working forward here, and Shade's still going to have a pretty good Uber advantage here on Harblu, about 30% or so. So they're going to be looking pretty good here on this last, I think. Oh no, Squid on Spy. Oh, no. Oh, they found him, though. They found him. I thought he was going to be able to make the play, but I think they heard the decloak, so.
the 30% advantage is like barely to the point where it's pushable. Like if it's less than 30 or 25%, it's usually risky to push because the other team can usually delay or kite your Uber enough to get the Uber. So we'll see if Harblue gets it here. It'll be close.
They're working their way in here. They do have it, and wow, it's actually so, what that happened so fast. I didn't even see it happen. But I mean, that's the round there for Froyo.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole kiting thing, like that's great, but like unfortunately, you do have to like contest the point, which they were just trying to kite it too hard to the point where Froyo just got on it for free. So.
I wasn't even expecting that there. It just happened so quick that I guess I just kind of missed the boat there. But Soldiers getting aggressive here on top of the point for both sides. Blaze is going to get in and get a frag this time, and Harblue is going to finish off Blaze with an arrow. And Zalox gets Lansky. That's 4 down now for Froyo, though. Actually make that 4 down for Mix-Up, too, so still a bit of a mid-fight going on here. Clockwork and Enigma battling it out, but Clockwork's going to have to take on Squid as well. Duatin is still in there trying to get some sticks out. He's going to finish off Enigma, and it's going to be all on Squid. Clockwork going to take care of him as well. So the mid one there from Froyo, and both medics did go down, though, so really no advantage here for either team, at least on Uber.
That mid was awesome because the Soldiers just went nuts. Like they were all over the map, and yeah, that came down to a very solid 2v2, which Froyo came out on top. But yeah, that was a very, very, very good mid, and now it's just going to be in that little awkward stalemate phase where it's kind of hard to push into the second point, but at the same time, it's really hard to push into mid. So I don't know. Maybe Froyo will run sniper. Maybe they'll run a suicide soldier jump here, because it's pretty hard to suicide into this part. But at the same time, Froyo's not committed to anything. They're up 4-2. Like
yeah.
This is really hard. This is really, really hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how much time's left. I'm assuming a decent bit, maybe. Yeah. I don't have a timer here, but they do have a pretty decent lead right now. But Mix-Up has in the past come back earlier in this game and got 2 quick rounds, so definitely doable from them still. And then we're still kind of sitting at this awkward little stalemate here. Banny has worked his way, and he's actually behind him right now, but gets taken down by Platinum. So that's going to be 1 down for Froyo right now, and they're still just going to be kind of hanging out in this mid. Both teams have that full Uber, and just kind of hanging out until somebody makes the play to get a pick that they're going to actually be able to work off of. Because just taking a scout down like Banny, it's not necessarily enough to really make a push off of.
Yeah, again, it's just that awkward phase right now where it's really hard to push into mid in a stalemate situation. It's also very hard to push into 2 in a stalemate situation unless there's some kind of big play, big force, something like that. The only thing I'm a little worried about right now is that Harb is in a very exposed position. So if Blaze were to do like a really nutty jump right now that wasn't like seen or telegraphed, then he might get forced here. So I'm a little worried about that.
And Harblue is actually stuck in the corner right now, and Banny misses his shot on him, who's on sniper right now. He's sitting over there in Cafe, and Harblue knew that he had the scope right on him, and luckily his teammates came to his aid there, kind of got the spam out there, and fortunate for Harblue, Banny missed his shot, but they are running that sniper, so we'll see. I guess we're pretty much going to be kind of waiting on Banny here to make some sort of a pick or something, or kind of wait in for a bomb, but still just, as you said, at this awkward little stalemate phase here where everybody's just going to spam and, pad up their stats and whatnot. And
yeah, I actually just watched the stream part of that, and Banny had, the shot just lined up, just waiting for Harper to peek, and he did at, the moment he didn't expect, and Banny just missed. And, I mean, Froyo has nothing to lose here. They do not have to push, and pushing into mid is a nightmare on this map. Pretty much like on any other map, but on this map it especially sucks. So, and I mean, there's definitely a lot of time. So Mix-Up are not going to be too rushed to do anything right now, but this really sucks for Mix-Up because Froyo have no reason to make any kind of play right now. They can just let Mix-Up pretty much kill themselves and then get the second point for free.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Mix-Up is kind of in the hole right now. You know, they're gonna have to be the ones that do it. But actually, Blaze is gonna bomb in, and he's gonna take out Zalox. Actually, I thought he got Harb at first, but he did not. He took down Zalox, but Platinum's gonna exchange and get one, and the Uber actually was forced there out of Harblu, but Shade's gonna pop his as well. Finally getting that beam back on to Lansky, and Harblu's just getting bounced around here, but able to get around the corner. Still got a little battle here going over with the scouts. Squid and Enigma have both pushed in through the flank, and TLR is in as well. Lansky getting lit up, and Enigma able to finish him off, but Banny's actually behind right now and missed the open shot on Harblu. Banny is still behind with the sniper, still sees Harb there and can't kill him. Had a few open shots there. I mean, he was completely sitting in choke, and Harb was almost standing still, and couldn't get that shot onto him. So a couple of unfortunate missed shots there, and Froyo's gonna lose that fight there. Mix-Up's gonna push into the second.
Yeah, sometimes like you get like really mind gamed by trying to snipe someone who's not looking at you because they're not intentionally dodging you. So like when you miss, like you just like get totally screwed. But yeah, that was a really, really good retake after that Uber exchange, because when Froyo was backing out, Mix-Up scouts came from Valley and just sandwiched them. So now this is looking pretty good for Mix-Up. I mean, it's even Ubers, even though Platinum just died, but I mean, they can just wait for Plat to respawn unless Froyo tries to make a big play here, which Blaze is right now, or at least he's trying to. But yeah, they can just reset the situation here and take their time with it, because again, I'm sure there's a lot of time for them to do whatever they want to do. Hopefully take this round and get back in the game.
Yeah, and she had Platt there, kind of got a little aggressive there up in the upper right corner lobby there, but no harm done as he is back in the fight here, kind of waiting things out. Mix-Up does have the second point. Both teams with the full Uber, and Clockwork's actually on Sniper at the moment. He's going to try to work something here. He's peeking Shutter, trying to get some of those sticks out of the way and whatnot, but still kind of just stalemating out right now, waiting for somebody to make the play, and I think Clockwork, yeah, he did get off Sniper, so he's back on the Scout. No off-classing to be had right now, but actually Banny's on Spy. Excuse me, he's on Spy. I'm not sure exactly where he's at right now. He's actually behind him. He's sitting underneath the second point. He's going to decloak, but Zalox is sitting right there. He's just walking his way up. This is going to be interesting here. Sitting behind Duatna, and Clockwork are actually going to pick up 2 frags there on the Squid and Platinum, and Banny's behind him, and he drops Harblu with the full Uber. Banny making the huge play behind the point. Wow. And that's gonna force Mix-Up here to do something. They're actually getting in here on the last point though a little bit. Enigma taking down Duatna. TLR is gonna finish off Lansky, but and I think Shade also got his Uber forced, but 4G here able to hold that last point, and the big drop from Harblu, but actually somebody getting on last. Oh my goodness, the back cap coming in. Platinum and Squid, actually, I didn't even see that one unfolding. And Harblu says, LOL, this game is retarded in chat. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Another round back here to Mix-Up. Wow.
Yeah, this game is going all over the place. Froyo didn't really even need to make a play there, but Banny did anyway, and it worked out, but then it didn't, so...
Wow, that was quite the incredible round there, but here we go, back into the mid. Blaze is going to bomb in and take down Zalox. And mid-fight still going on here. Blaze actually got shut down as well by Enigma. And we still have just a lot of damage going out here. Nobody going down. Finally, Clockwork finishing off Enigma. We have Harblu kind of sitting in the back. Clockwork aggressing on him as well, and was able to take him down, and Duatna and Lansky both picking him up, and Mix-Up is going to get completely wiped here on this mid, and Froyo looking pretty good on that mid. They're going to get this mid cap and be able to push into second.
Yeah, that was a very textbook play on Blaze's part, like for what he does for Froyo on these mids. He was aggressive early, and I commented on this earlier. He was aggressive early. And the thing about that is, again, it allows Froyo to push up. And the great thing about him aggressing early is if he gets a pick, even if he just trades, and that's exactly what he did. He killed Zalox, which is, you know, the demo man's obviously in a very important part of any mid or any part of TF2 at all, for that matter. And he traded with Zalox, and then allowed Froyo to push up. But now Froyo are pushed back to mid. So I don't know. It's gonna be another weird stalemate thing all over again.
Yep, and though this time Froyo is only up 1 round though, but still they're the ones in the hole right now, but they are up on Kritzkrieg though, actually, Froyo is. And I think that has been popped there over in the... Wow, Duatna's gonna pick up 4! I think 3 right there initially right off of that pop there, but Duatna doing work with the sticky bombs, and he dropped Harblue as well, I think.
I am actually not sure.
Or no, Actually, Hardblue got. I think Hardblue didn't. He died on that mid. So excuse me. I don't think he had the Uber yet there. But I mean, just completely demolished him. I'm not sure if he got dropped or not. But regardless, Duatna doing work there with the Kritzkrieg, and they still have that going, and they're gonna have way before Mix-Up is going to be able to have their Uber. So we might see some very quick aggression here from Froyo to push into this last, with Lansky getting dropped though, going down, just peeking a little too much. TLR was able to take him out. They do have the crits ready though, and Harblue only sitting at 60% on his Uber. So if they're gonna make a play with this, I think they're gonna have to go soon. But a couple players here kind of dying off. Clockwork and Lansky both down still for them. And the crits has been popped, though. Duatna's going to try to work in and do a little something with this. Still blasting them off. Not really able to get anything done with it, though. TLR and Enigma both picking up frags. And Enigma and Squid going down in the process. And now Harblue actually has the full Uber, and he's going to pop in right on the Platinum. And he's going to demolish Duatna there and bombing straight back in on him. Duatna somehow staying alive. My goodness. Platinum wasn't able to kill him, but Lansky coming out of nowhere and finishing off Harb. And so the fight's still going on here, and Mix-Up actually getting demolished here on the second point. And it's only Enigma and TLR left, and Froyo able to push straight back in.
Oh man, like that would have worked a lot better, but Mix-Up spent a lot of that Uber trying to kill Duatna. Oh, and this is going to be the end.
Right on the point there, and Froyo's going to take it, and I believe that is the big GGs coming in there. Was that a 5-3 game overall, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah, 5-3, and, Mix-Up, surprisingly, I mean, a good job there from Froyo to able to pull that one out. Definitely outplayed Mix-Up tonight, but despite having the roster changes with, switching out Seagull and bringing in Zalox and things like that, I mean, Mix-Up really did give them a pretty good run for their money there. It was a much better game than I was expecting, and I think a lot of people, but overall, just a really good game to watch. So.
Yeah, that was a very, very solid game. That's a game that I think just about anyone would enjoy. Please disregard my dog barking if you can hear that. But yeah, that was a very, very good game. Again, that was a better game than I think just about everyone expected. So, Mix-Up, they're definitely still a threat, and hopefully they pick it up and we see them hopefully we see them at LAN. Because I think it's scaring a few people with their ESEA record right now, but I think they'll still make it if they really pull through here, and maybe Zalox is I think Zalox will fit in just fine. Zalox is an extremely good demo, so.
Yeah, and I mean, he definitely came out there and did pretty good tonight, very well for them, despite, just being thrown in last second and things like that. But, Froyotech there getting the win, 5-3 overall here on Sunshine over Mix-Up. But as we said there, Mix-Up having a very good game overall, and definitely shocked, I think, a lot of the community here with how well they played and the score that they were able to put up against the Froyotech team that just came off the big win at I-52. So, that's about it for me. I don't know. Fragile, do you have any more closing comments here before we head out for the night, or?
No, not really. Just shout out to cats. That's about it. So if I could see some cat faces on stream, that would be pretty cool.
Yes, while we're doing that as well, shout out to my boys over on Elk Gang. Always getting mad support from them. Love those guys. So thanks for being around there and stuff like that. But I want to thank all of you guys as well, and Truck for sitting here and staying with us and doing the camera for this evening and handling the stream and all that. So props to him. And thank you guys for sticking with us for this awesome match here between Froyotech and Classic Mix-Up. So that's just going to about do it for us tonight. As I said, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on the stream, whenever that may be. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.